Welcome to Joe Stunner Boxing. Who doesn't enjoy a good heavyweight tear-up? I think we all do, don't we? And you may not be aware, but there was one over the weekend. I'm doing this video on May the 11th, 2025. You're probably thinking, I didn't know this one. Well, it was on Friday, and it was on, believe it or not, a Most Valuable Promotions, Jake Paul's outfit, on one of their cards. I watched it on DAZN. It was a terrific, good old-fashioned smash-up, or at least the first half of it was. It was a 10-rounder, and it was between Dainier Pero of Cuba, 25 years of age, 6'5" heavyweight, and he went in against that rarity of rarities, which is a Mexican heavyweight by the name of Cesar Navarro. He's only 6 foot tall, 25 years old, so he's the same age as Pero. The guy looks too big for cruiserweight, but no way can he ever cut it as a heavyweight. He came in with 13 wins, 11 KOs, and 2 defeats, which were both on points. And Pero ended up outpointing him. That is to say, he won. You see, I thought Pero won 8 rounds, and I gave Navarro 2 rounds. And all 3 judges had it what I had it, which was 96 to 92. Excellent judging. Really was very, very good judging. So, you know, we often slag the judges off. Let's give them a bit of credit. I think they got this one absolutely right. But when I say that Pero won 8 rounds and Navarro only won 2, that does not tell the whole story. Oh, no, it doesn't. Because I gave Navarro, who came in looking, you know, real cut, like fit, like he was up for it, you know, very motivated. In great physical condition, obviously had the right mentality. He went straight at Pero. Pero naturally the bigger man. I think Navarro probably weighed about 215, 216, 17, something along those lines. And Pero probably 240, 235, 240 maybe. I mean, these are both quite young, but the young men, certainly young for heavyweights, they're only 25 apiece. But it was Navarro who was going steaming after Pero, throwing big overhand rights, a lot of hooks, high guard, looking very, very, very eager, very motivated indeed. And you did wonder, can he keep up this pace? Well, I gave Navarro the first round. Pero stuck to his boxing. He's got, you know, Cuban boxer, so Cuban, well-schooled. I think he's got an older brother, Dainier Pero. But this kid, 11 wins, well, he came with 10 wins and 8 KOs. No draws, no defeats. This was his 11th win. And he looked, you know, well-schooled in the first round, stuck to his boxing, but I gave the round to Navarro. Now, in the second round, Pero started to go through the gears and started to not just beat Navarro, but beat him up. And Navarro ended the round. I mean, it was quite a hellacious round for him, with blood coming out of his nose and mouth, abrasions on his face. And you were thinking, this is only going another round or 2. Game guy Navarro, but he's just outgunned. And then at the start of the third round, it happened. They were Navarro coming forward, not quite with the same intensity as the first round, but Pero standing in front of him, boxing, trying to hold the mid-range and get his shots off. And then Navarro was swinging low, trying to make himself even smaller because he's 5 inches shorter than Pero. And then he swayed, sprang up with a right hand that caught Pero slap bang on the jaw and put him on the floor. And this was a heavy knockdown. This was a crisis because Pero managed to get up, but his legs did not look steady. His expression said it all. My God, what just hit me? Navarro tears after him. Again, clubbing right hands, although he's not ignoring the left either. Chases him round the ring, batters him onto the ropes. Pero comes skidding off the ropes. He can't shake off Navarro, who again lands, I think it was maybe 3 consecutive right hands, and down goes Pero again. So right now we're talking a 10-7 round. But the thing was, Navarro was letting it all hang out, and he was using up enormous amounts of energy. Maybe you could say he was emptying the tank. And to be honest, he should have done. Because if he stayed up, there's no way he's going to outbox Pero. Guy's too tall, too rangy, and too well schooled. So Navarro's attempt at winning, his chance of winning, was always to get in close and land the big wallops. And he was doing that. But he couldn't get rid of him. And from the fourth round onwards, Pero gradually worked his way back into it. The fourth was quite competitive, but I gave it to Pero. And then the second half of the fight, the remaining rounds, I think I gave every round to Pero. Some were closer than others, but you could tell that Navarro was just absolutely exhausted. He tried everything to get rid of Pero. It just didn't happen, which is obviously a shame for him. But he certainly can't be ashamed of his performance, because this guy's just, I really feel for the guy. I mean, he's 6 foot tall, right? An ounce of fat on him. He's probably around the 215, 217 mark. If ever there was a case for a super cruiserweight division, it's someone like that. And I suppose we can talk about Bridgerweight here. He'd be a threat in the Bridgerweight division. I mean, he slips to 13 wins and 3 defeats now, but and I don't think he's fought anyone of any real note previously. I had a look at his box rec before I did this video, and I couldn't really see any names that sprang out and hit me in the face. Mind you, you could say the same about Pero. He hasn't fought anyone either. And yet, Pero, believe it or not, is in the top 15 with the WBA. Well, maybe you would believe that, because the WBA have such stupid rankings. I mean, literally anyone can find themselves in the WBA rankings. I've got visions of journeymans going, I'm ranked by the WBA? Really? Oh, okay, fine, thank you. Nah. But, at 25 years of age, both these guys at that age, they've got plenty of time on their side. Which division Navarro's going to fit into, I don't know. Maybe concentrate on Bridgerweight. But Pero, he's weighing roughly 240, 235, 240 at 25. Yeah. And it was a full-blooded punch. It wasn't like he got tapped and fell over. It doesn't necessarily follow that he's got a bad jaw. And he did get up twice to weather the storm and go on to win. So you have to give him credit for that. Sometimes these scares do happen early on in careers. But it was a good fight. The second half of it kind of petered out because it became very, very one-sided. But the first 5 rounds, we're talking a right old tear-up. So if you fancy a good old laugh, go and have a look at it. It's very, very entertaining. All right. Thank you very much for your time. If you've got any comments, if you saw the fight, let me know what you think. I know one of my subscribers, Rem, recommended it to me. I think he watched it live. I watched it afterwards. And he said it was good. And yeah, Rem, you were right. It was good, mate. It was good. But, leave your comments below. I'll have a read, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button if you like the video, and also, take care of yourselves, I suppose. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Do all that good stuff. You know the drill. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot. I'll catch you later, and bye for now.